Hello there, in this video we're going to check out a neumorphism, hopefully I'm saying this right, neumorphism, we're checking out a plugin in Figma, let's go. Okay, so in this video we're going to check out a plugin called Neumorphism. So let's go here, let's click on the dots and click on View Details. Okay, so let's just check out the overview. So create beautiful designs in seconds. Just select anything you would like to neumorph, open the plugin and boom. So I'm guessing it does it for you very, very quickly. It adds shadows and gradients, fills your selection, which you can customize to your needs. They've added some links here to some examples. So let's just have a quick look at that. Let's just click on one of these examples to see what loads. Okay, so this is some SVG icons, and I'm guessing it's the look of the page that has that style applied to it. Okay, so back into Figma. So what is neumorphism? So it's a UI trend where you use multiple shadows and gradients to fake light to bring back a more natural and realistic look and feel. And then there's a link here to an article that gives you more information about it. It's given us some more guidelines around how to use the plugin. And there's a link to another site here. Let's just click on here. So there seems to be a generator at the top you can play around with. And this is probably similar to what we get in Figma. And I guess if we go down, there's going to be some examples of how that's been applied. So yeah, that looks quite cool. Quite like interacting with some of these. These are quite cool. Okay, so back into Figma, I've added two elements here. I've got some text, and then I've just taken something from the assets panel from material design. I've taken something from the loading and progress indicators section of material design's UI kit. Okay, so let's go here, click on the text. Let's go to plugins. Let's just click on the plugin here, and it just says neumorph it. So there's no settings right now. I've got the text selected. I click on the button. So it's given me some different tools here. So we've got elevation. Let's put that to about 40. Intensity. So I guess if we do it really intense, looks like it's standing off the page. So let's play around with the shapes. So we're currently on this one. If we go to some of the others, quite like this one here, where it almost feels like it's been indented into the page. So that looks quite cool. You can change the light source. So where the light's coming from, and it gives you an option here to smooth the edges. I guess you can reset to defaults or remove the effect. If I go into the layers panel, I would imagine, yeah, it's adding multiple drop shadows, inner shadows to kind of generate this look and feel. Okay, let's go into our progress indicator and let's just select, okay, let's just select this one first, the track. Let's neumorph it. Let's push the intensity right up. And what happens if we just do, I mean, we could do the elevation extreme, but that looks a little bit too much. Let's play around with some of these effects. Again, quite like the kind of sunken look. It does look quite cool. Almost looks 3D in the way you've done it. Let's click on this one, press the button again. Let's do that. Let's push the intensity right up. Let's just drop this back down again. Let's do the sunken look. So yeah, almost 3D like in how it looks. So yeah, really, really cool, really easy to use as well. So you've only got elevation, intensity, you can just toggle them up and down. You've got different shapes you can play with, different light sources as well. Very, very simple. And I guess if you're playing around with this style of design, this plugin just speeds up your workflow because you can apply it to different elements while they're there on the page. So yeah, hopping back to one of the websites with the generators, again, probably something you can play with here to get that look and that feel, which is quite cool. And yeah, play around with the examples, get some inspiration if you're interested in using this design style. I'd encourage you to come to this page, have a look around, play around with the generator at the top, and also the plugin in Figma. So yeah, the plugin's free, so I'd encourage you to check it out in Figma. Honestly, where does this stuff come from? Anyway, thank you for getting to the end of the video. Like and subscribe, add some comments, all of those things. And I'm going to see you next week in another video. So see ya. Another Sunday done. Good times. I'm going to have a chat with my family because there's bricks, there's rocks, There's all sorts of different things appearing in the office. I was thinking, is this some kind of fossil, but it just doesn't look like a fossil. It just looks like something you found on the street. Whatever, I'm gonna put it in the bin. Anyway, it's Sunday. I hope you're having a nice day. And surprise, surprise, I'm now gonna go and get a cup of tea and a biscuit. So have a great rest of the day, and I'm gonna see you next week. See ya.